Did you know that in 2024, the average songwriter is making less than $20 a month from Spotify streams? Yeah, you heard that right. This shocking statistic really puts into perspective how deeply the platform is affecting the livelihoods of those who create the music we love. So today, we're diving into a hot topic that's been buzzing in the music industry: how Spotify's policies are seriously screwing over songwriters. It's not just about numbers, it's about real people struggling to make a living while we're all jamming to their tunes. Stick around because understanding this issue is crucial for anyone who loves music. Let's break it down. Songwriters are facing some major challenges with Spotify's payment model. First off, the way Spotify calculates payouts is complex and often leaves songwriters in the dust. The average payout per stream is less than a cent. Can you imagine pouring your heart and soul into a song only to see a few pennies from thousands of streams? It's disheartening. Spotify, one of the world's largest music streaming platforms, has announced that it will be paying songwriters $150 million less next year. This significant reduction in payouts has sparked widespread controversy and raised concerns about the future of the music industry. Let's break down the reasons behind this decision and its potential implications. Rising costs and economic pressures. Spotify, like many other businesses, has been facing increasing costs in recent years. These include expenses related to licensing, infrastructure, and marketing. Additionally, the company has been under pressure to maintain profitability in a highly competitive market. Shifting consumer habits. The way people consume music has changed dramatically in recent years, with more and more people opting for streaming services over traditional formats like CDs and vinyl. While this has been beneficial for Spotify, it has also led to increased competition from other streaming platforms. Negotiations with rights holders. Spotify's payout to songwriters is influenced by its negotiations with rights holders, such as record labels and music publishers. These negotiations can be complex and often involve bargaining over licensing fees and royalty rates. Focus on profitability. As a publicly traded company, Spotify is under pressure to deliver profits to its shareholders. The decision to reduce payouts to songwriters is likely a strategic move aimed at improving the company's financial performance. Implications for the music industry. The reduction in payouts to songwriters could have significant implications for the music industry. If songwriters are earning less, they may be less incentivized to create new music, which could ultimately lead to a decline in the quality and quantity of available content. Additionally, the decision could exacerbate existing tensions between artists and streaming platforms. Many artists have long complained about the low royalties they receive from streaming services, and this latest announcement is likely to fuel further discontent. It remains to be seen how the music industry will respond to Spotify's decision. Some artists and industry leaders may advocate for greater transparency and fairness in the streaming market, while others may seek to negotiate better deals with Spotify. And it gets worse. Many songwriters rely on music as their primary source of income. With these meager payouts, they're struggling to pay rent, buy groceries, or even invest in their next big project. It's a tough pill to swallow when you see the platform raking in billions while the creators are barely scraping by. Plus, the lack of transparency in Spotify's payout structure makes it nearly impossible for songwriters to understand how their royalties are calculated. This uncertainty adds another layer of stress, leaving many feeling powerless in an industry that's already stacked against them. Now let's dive a bit deeper into Spotify's payout structure. Basically, it works on a pro rata system, meaning that the total amount paid out in royalties each month is divided among all rights holders based on the number of streams. So, if you're not one of the most streamed artists, good luck getting a fair share. Recently, there have been some changes in the industry, like the rise of independent artists who are turning to platforms like Bandcamp or Patreon for more equitable earnings. Many are leaving Spotify behind in search of better opportunities. And let's not forget the personal stories. I chatted with a few struggling songwriters who shared their experiences. One songwriter told me that after releasing a well-received single, he earned just $30 from Spotify streams in the first month. That's not even enough to cover his lunch for a week. It's heartbreaking to see talent going unnoticed while the platform profits. But here's the kicker. The most shocking aspect of Spotify's practices? They're investing heavily in exclusive content and podcasts, while the very people who create the music that makes them popular are left high and dry. This shift in focus means that songwriters are getting even less attention and support. It's like they're being pushed to the sidelines of their own industry. Imagine a world where your favorite artist can't afford to keep making music because they're not getting paid fairly. That's the reality we're heading towards if this continues. The urgency of this issue cannot be overstated. If we don't start advocating for fair compensation, we risk losing the diverse and vibrant music scene that we cherish. So to wrap it all up, Spotify's current policies are negatively impacting songwriters in ways we can no longer ignore. With unfair payouts and a lack of support, many talented individuals are struggling to survive in the industry they love. It's time we open our eyes to the reality of what's happening behind the scenes. Now, I want to hear from you. What do you think about Spotify's treatment of songwriters? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're interested in learning more about the challenges facing the music industry, check out my next video where we dive into the struggles of independent artists. Thanks for watching, and let's keep fighting for our favorite creators.